Hey everyone, it's the Goku hater making another video about Dragon Ball. Yes, I am going to address all the misconceptions and clear up what Dragon Ball is trying to tell. Because most of y'all fucking fans like to take things out of context, okay? Here's the thing, right? Most of the stuff I want to show you are what I've gotten so far. So there maybe be a part 2 to this video. Maybe, right? When I do more research. So for those idiots out there that are going to try to debunk this video, listen to what I'm saying to you here. I have gotten stuff what I collected so far, right? So for people that say, oh, he's an old ass, he didn't do his research. No, listen, I have done all the research I could at the time. It was late and I had to get some sleep. Like, come on now. I'm not like y'all, okay? I actually had to look for context. I actually had to read fucking Dragon Ball, man. I had to read it, bro, to understand more of context, of the context anyway. Most of y'all don't. Y'all don't read Dragon Ball. And that's the problem with Dragon Ball fans right now. Y'all can't fucking read. Y'all just can't. So, in this video, I'm going to straight up, quote unquote, debunk all of these allegations for like Dragon Ball. The cosmology, the scaling. I mean, yeah, you know, it's just a lot of shit I have to fucking break down to y'all because most of y'all just don't fucking understand. And with that being said, let's start. Jesus, didn't talk for 2 minutes and let's just get to the video, man. Anyway, so the first things first. The things that I have been told is that the ki is spiritual. Now let's go over that, right? Ki is spiritual. So first things first, the ghost technique is not actually ghost. Okay, let's get that out of the way. That's a complete name fallacy. So y'all can stop saying like, oh, they're ghosts. No, they're not. That's just a name fallacy. And the what is it called? The Genki, not the Genki. What's the fuck? Daizensu. Yes, Daizensu. Where it has been explained what this is, right? Is that the Gotenks had created a doppelganger of himself, right? This ki possesses his own consciousness and can move in his own obedience according to Gotenks orders. Goten called this ki a ghost, meaning it's not really a ghost. In general, this is the guy type ki manipulation technique, which allows complete unique evolution. Never says that it's an actual ghost, right? It's the technique literally created from Tank's childish ideas, right? So it's explaining here that this technique is just made out of ki. It's not an actual ghost. But I bet y'all wondering, but Omega, obviously ki is spiritual, so if it's made out of ki, it's still spiritual, right? No, fellow Goku turd, no, it's not. So let me just explain what ki actually is, because Toriyama have explained it. So ki, when people say, well, ki is life force means spiritual, right? Well, it can mean a array of things. For one, ki may be life force, but the ki attacks are not spiritual. So for instance, like what I'm saying here is that ki itself as a whole normally is a spiritual thing, but the ki attacks are not, because the ki attacks are it's converted into physical attacks. So basically what I'm saying here in a nutshell, so y'all can understand what I'm saying to you. Ki attacks are from the source of spiritual energy, right? But it's converting the force into a physical energy. You get it now? If it was truly spiritual, then all the people that have been, destroyed by ki attacks in Dragon Ball, there will be no soul. Okay, there would not be no soul that gets sent to the underworld. No. And I will get to the underworld in a second, because I know y'all gonna try to counter me with that. I'll get to that in a second. Now let's move on to the fact that what ki actually is. So when asked how to win, what's the key to winning a battle in Dragon Ball, Toriyama responds is, in a battle, the most important thing is the size of your ki and your control over it. Not just your size, but your control over your ki. Ki as a concept, because I know people want to read this and say, oh, ki is conceptual. You're a fucking idiot, and it shows you can't read. Anyway, ki is basically, as a concept, it includes spiritual powers as energy, courage, and right-mindedness. Oh, but you just said it. You contradicted yourself, Omega. You just said that it's spiritual powers. What is the context of here, huh? What is the context of spiritual powers? The context is energy, courage, and right-mindedness. Does that sound all spiritual to you? Of course, that sounds spiritual to you, because you can't comprehend the context of what your own verse saying. You can't do that. So let me explain to you in the most simplest way possible what the word spiritual powers mean. It's literally explained that it is directly linked to emotional energy. In Dragon Ball, the Dark Mage Babidi invented a machine that measures and absorbs ki, but current science cannot measure ki levels or store it anywhere. However, when someone cheers you on, you can receive energy and courage from them. So, energy. What they mean by energy, it does not mean like spiritual, like, oh, it's spiritual. No, it is saying that the ki is related to emotional, like a power. You could say the same thing for like fairy tale, but like, look, when the word Genki, energy, is well known, but if you do not have energy, if you have sickness, you become difficult as an answer. There are people who are healthy, yet do not have any energy. And there are people that are sick that are yet full of energy. So you know what that means by what is energy. It's like motivation, or just like mental like abilities. So it's just like a mental thing. It's not spiritual, it's a mental thing, okay? It's a mental power. It's mental. Physical and mental. That's what it's saying here. Physical and mental. Is physical and mental. Anything saying like, oh, the very soul itself. No, it doesn't say anything like that in here. And to finish this off, it says, no matter how much you train, there are limits to physical strength. So for people to say, oh, Goku has infinite strength, oh, this character has infinite strength, you guys are so desperate. You guys are so desperate to get your virtues so high. It's not really that strong. It's a very powerful verse, but it doesn't mean it's not that strong. It really ain't that strong compared to other verses. So stop. The only way to overcome that is through ki. Ki amplifies your entire body. Okay, so it's just, yeah, that's basically what it does. I think Goku was able to approach the mightiest warriors in the universe through strengthening his ki. So it's not through physical strength alone. It's through ki. Ki is the only way. Ki is the key. Ki is the key. So yeah, that's what ki is. Ki is more of a physical or a mental thing. Okay? Not spiritual. You guys need to start. Y'all don't read y'all shit. So with the ki, and what Toriyama say, what ki is, he says concept, its spiritual powers are tied to energy, courage, and right-mindedness. The word energy means it's connected emotionally, not spiritually. It's more of fighting spirit, if anything. So please understand what the context of what Toriyama is trying to say here. With the ki or chi, because it does say chi in the official Viz translation. Both of these represents the life force. Because I'm going to explain the life force part. These both represents the life force that animates the body and all matter in the universe. Please know your context. Okay, this is basically what the context is. And for anybody trying to use some anime counter argument, that shows y'all can't read. Y'all don't read your series. Y'all actually watch it. And I bet y'all watching it dub too. Like the fucking sorry pussies y'all are. Because the dub version says a lot of shit in there that contradicts what it says in the sub. Anyway, let's move on. So that'll be proof that the ki is not a spiritual thing. Get that out of the way. It's not spiritual. Let's go over the fact of the other world, because people love to use this argument. The other world. Now, people say like, oh well, Boo was about to destroy and kill the people of the other world. These are spiritual beings, and this is coming from Jakey himself. I remember him telling me this. Yeah, Jakey, I remember you telling me this. The fact that Jakey think he's the most reliable person when it comes to fucking Dragon Ball, and the fact that he gets his information from other people shows that he's not actually capable of thinking for himself and researching for his shit. The thing about that, right, is that Jakey, he said that like all the characters that are from heaven are spiritual, and it's like, oh, it was gonna kill Vegeta because he's spiritual. Jakey doesn't understand context, because like honestly he doesn't read or watch Dragon Ball at all. He just get nothing but clips from the show. This dude is really incompetent when it comes to his own verse and trying to scale his own verse. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. So the thing about that is, in the verse, because I have to research this up, because I don't watch Dragon Ball. I don't watch or read Dragon Ball. I have to actually research. And people say, oh, well, you don't. If you don't watch Dragon Ball, that shows you know what you're talking about. I research. I put a lot of commitment into the research to understand the context, to see the full picture. And what Jakey said was the dumbest thing he have ever said, and shows that he never actually watched this shit. I can say that. I can say that he's saying some dumb shit because he quote unquote watched Dragon Ball. Meaning he has more knowledge on me than on the verse, right? But me that doesn't have any knowledge at all actually does some research and debunks this shit. This dude don't know what the fuck is he talking about. What I mean here is, right, the fact that they say that, oh, Boo was going to kill them all. Boo was going to kill the people that have physical bodies. That's what it is. Physical bodies. There are, it says right here, such as Goku and the Dragon Team are permitted to keep their physical bodies in the afterlife. Meaning, yes, Jakey, they can die again because they're in the afterworld. They die, they're all ghosts. They can die again, dude. They're allowed to keep their physical bodies in the afterlife. You can clearly see as Boo was able to keep his physical body there. He just teleported there. Excuse me. So basically, right here, it shows it's context. And Jakey had taken it out of context because he's a dumbass, dude. He's a dumbass. And most of these Dragon Ball fans try to believe it. They believe anything they hear. And don't do their own research because they lazy. Dragon Ball fans, Dragon Ball debaters are fucking lazy, bro. They are straight up lazy. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about half the time. They're fucking lazy, dude. They're so fucking lazy. It's so infuriating trying to even debate with them. Which is why I am not even interested in debating any Dragon Ball on Dragon Ball debater at all. Because they keep saying the same thing over and over again. They're all broken records, dude. They use the same scale, same thing. And it's tiresome. It's boring, bro. Come at me with something new. It's just like, come on now. Now another thing. Ghosts. The whole thing about ghosts in Afterlife. If you're a ghost, you have no physical body. And the proof is that you have like a ghostly tail behind you. You don't have no legs or anything. That's a ghost. That's a fucking ghost. Now you could argue that Boo was going to destroy the afterworld or the whole universe, including with the afterworld. Fair. You can say that. And then there's other arguments that saying that Buddha had got God power, God key, which explain why he can do all that. Who knows, right? Who knows? But yeah, you could argue that for Boo, but for Goku, no. Boo is a completely different person, man. He's completely built. He's built different. He's literally built different. His key is literally built different. Goku's key is just regular key at the moment. It's nowhere in there as fucking Boo's key. So I don't want to hear no arguments like saying, "Oh, if Boo could do it, that means Goku could do it too." No. Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that stupid argument soon. We're gonna get to that. So basically, there is zero evidence saying that ki is spiritual. Oh, I mean, my bad. Ki attacks are spiritual. There we go. Now you can say, oh, what about Hakai? That's destruction energy. That's completely different than regular ki, isn't it? Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Now let's move on. Whew, man. Tired of these Dragon Ball fans. They just keep coming with the misinformation, man. It's like, context, please. Now somebody tried to counter me, saying that now look, when I did explain that ki is much of an emotional concept, that it is a physical energy used in battle, which is basically what they're trying to say here. Someone tried to show me in Dragon Ball Z, Super, my bad, that they showed me one scan called Spirit Control, meaning that it is spiritual, right? Again, it's a name fallacy, dude. And this dude, this Dragon Ball fan, acts like he knows everything. And it took me it literally took me 2 minutes to look up this fucking chapter and found the context. This guy actually takes it out of context. What did they say before what spiritual control is? Spirit control or spirit is called chi. Goku call it chi while we call it spirit. Wow, I mean chi and ki are the same thing. You know, ki is emotional. Come on now. I literally debunked this dude in 2 minutes. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. You know, you guys, Dragon Ball fans can't debate. They can't fucking debate, man. Unless you're like Chuck or unless you're like Seth and like them, they can debate their asses off. All right, they give great arguments. But most of y'all, below average debaters, man, and I'm just talking strictly to the Dragon Ball fan base. Not all the fan base, not all the fan base. Okay, half of y'all fan bases are cool. Y'all are chill. Y'all know y'all are sane. But most of y'all are so incompetent of knowledge of your own verse. It's sad. It's like y'all want attention so bad, man. Anyway, so this is an example that Dragon Ball fans cannot fucking read. They can't read. They can't read context. They can't read their own shit. And he tried to send another thing from the wiki. Oh my god! And you know what? You know what's fair? I actually use the wiki too, because people love to use the wiki as fucking source material, as the Dragon Ball Z wiki as source material, because like they can't go look it up themselves. So I did it too. So I looked up what ki is. Ki is explained as his emotional concept, as a spiritual energy used in battle, which completely debunks what he's trying to say. But what did he look up? In the English version, shows that he can't fucking read. Now, the term ki is rarely used as spirit energy. Well, we don't trust the fucking English, because the English says a lot of things differently. Like, its transmission is a light speed, or radius being faster than the speed of light. And everyone said in the actual source material, never said that in the sub. I don't think so. But he just used the English version, which is try to debunk me. Like, I already proved that Toriyama said what ki actually is. So yeah, dude, no. Good try, but not really. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic. Dragon Ball characters can atomize people. Please guys, don't use this. Don't use this argument. Now I know the Daizinshu said that Trunks was able to atomize or reduce Frieza to he could reduce Frieza to atoms when he came from the future. When he became Mecha, they say he has been reduced to atoms. But please take this as a flowery statement. Please take that as a flowery statement. It's not actual. It's not pretty much actual, right? And plus, it's very inconsistent. Why? Because like literally the next fucking arc is Cell, Perfect Cell, and Ki was not able to atomize him, but he can regenerate from a cellular level. Not from like a molecular level or like an atomic level. No, just have atomic level regeneration. No, cell level, cellular level. So this whole thing about reduce to atoms is just a hyperbolic statement. Okay, it's really a hyperbolic statement. So don't take that to fucking consideration, man. Like I said, it contradicts the atomization arguments because of Cell's introduction. You have to destroy them on a cellular level, which is much different than an atomic level. Just saying, guys. It's like, please read your context. It's just like, please read your series. Please read your series, man. It's like, what the fuck? Now, the next argument. Dragon Ball characters. Stay with me. They can resist hacks by being stronger. Okay, this is the big one. This is one of, actually not the big one, but one of the biggest ones, right? Dragon Ball characters can negate hacks by being stronger. Negate hacks? Okay, yeah, okay, Bleach. Okay, Bleach. Okay, Aizen. So here's one of the things, right? J-Key, yep, you're bringing him back again. He tried to argue that Guldo, this character Guldo back in Dragon Ball Z, can freeze time by holding his breath. Holding his breath. Okay. The fact that he said that, oh, Goku was really stronger than this character. Yeah, and this is recent, by the way. This is the dumbest argument he ever has said so far. He said Goku is stronger than Godo, and there's many characters stronger than Godo. And if you're stronger than this character, then you can negate their hacks. Does this guy ever read Dragon Ball? No, I don't think he's. I don't think so. No. So he sent me a clip of the show in dub. There's a pattern here, and I hope y'all guys figured it out now. There's a pattern here. Now, let's go over that. Goldo's stop time worked on Krillin and Gohan. It worked on them. This is bluntly stupid from the community. This is the most inconsistent, one of the biggest misconceptions in Dragon Ball. The fact that Goldo's time stop worked on Krillin and Gohan shows that no, you don't have to be stronger for your key, or not your, for your hacks to even for not to work. Well, what? It doesn't mean you no. It doesn't even negate abilities at all. It's just like, no, man, what are you talking about? And they use hits. They use the hit statement and use it all the way back in Dragon Ball Z, all the way back in the Ginyu Force saga. Well, the saga, not the saga, but like the Ginyu Force fight. That was years ago, and you're gonna use hit as an example? You are idiots. That doesn't work, dude. If you argue that from the hit point up and then further up to current, fine. We can even talk about that. That could be a possibility. But the fact that you went all the way back in Dragon Ball Z and say it worked, oh, that means Ki worked all the way back in Dragon Ball Z. No. Toriyama wasn't even thinking about all that. Dude. This is completely different. Completely different rules and shit. What are you talking about? And this is for God Ki as well. This is for like God Ki. With Kaioken on the side too. This ain't normal. This ain't for normal Ki. This shows that Dragon Ball fans are so dumb. So dumb with their arguments. It's terrible, dude. I'm starting to feel sorry for them, but not really, you know? So, Krillin and Vegeta both stated that Goku's powers level is quote-unquote and it's like, you can say mediocre, or you could say it's very, like, it's fodder, right? He's fodder. No, that's basically what he's saying. He's fodder. Because Krillin was like, oh yeah, they all have unbelievable power. Vegeta was a lot of, I can't beat them. Except for Goldo. Because he's like, he's the only weak one. What's he doing here? And then Vegeta later on. Say, he said Goro isn't strong. He isn't strong. In fact, he's weak. He's weak. He only has ESP, which is basically telekinesis. He has telekinesis. Hey, that's another hacks. These characters are stronger. The Krillin, Gohan, they are stronger, dude. Know your context. They are clearly stronger than Golo. We don't get an official power scaling, power level for him. But we know he's weaker. Vegeta even say, yo, he's weak. But don't be careless, bro. He's weak, but don't be careless. They even said, like, their power level is 10,000 plus. Obviously, Krillin and Gohan are stronger. But why the hex worked? Because he's holding his breath to stop time. He's holding his breath to stop time. There's nothing they can do against that. It's nothing they can do against that. Once it's frozen time, they are not aware how it even works, dude. They're not even aware how it works. While fucking Goku, on the other hand, is aware how his time skip works. He's aware. He knows how it works. These two doesn't know how it works. So therefore the hacks would work. Even then, if they did understand, they would probably stop him before he even hold his breath. Wow. Dumbasses. I was like, a lot of you. Oh boy. I'm not even a Dragon Ball fan, dude. And I am making more sense of the context than you are. So that part, that's one of them, bro. I have so many other examples of this, why this is being false. But we're gonna start from back in Dragon Ball Z, because people love to go back in Z while using super statements. Like, it's so fucking stupid. But like, yeah. Now the whole thing right here. Let's talk about Vegeta. Great example. He's like way stronger, dude. Stronger than you can even say stronger than Buhan at the point. Could say that because of the fusion. Now, Vegeta would have been absorbed by Buu. Now, here's what I'm talking about is the fact that Vegeta was going to get absorbed by Buu, like Buhan anyway. He was going to get absorbed by Buhan, but in the context is a bitch for y'all. In the context, he put his barrier up so he don't get absorbed. He said it works like one. It looks like the barrier works like wonders. I didn't get absorbed by him. He would have been absorbed because they put a barrier around him so he wouldn't get destroyed. Absorbed, destroyed. He wouldn't get absorbed. Now you people will say, well, that's resistance, right? That's hard. That's like he's nullifying his thing. No, he's literally still inside of Buu, dude. What are you talking about? And plus, he said if he didn't use the barrier, then he would have got absorbed. Being stronger does not mean anything. You have to have some kind of thing to protect you from said hacks. It protects you. It doesn't negate it. It protects you from the hacks. Difference. Wow, guys, it's like, oh my god. And he's still inside of Buu, dude. Like, come on now. It's like, oh, it resisted. Like, come on now. Now, most of the time, people will reference Vegeta when discussing the hacks resistance of Dragon Ball characters. It's argued in favor of that the idea that they can resist the hacks of anyone weaker than them. However, the manga explicitly states that the reason why Vegeta was able to be absorbed by Buu is he formed a barrier beforehand to protect himself. In other words, he wouldn't have been able to no-sell Buu's absorption by simply being stronger. Number 3, Vegeta was partly resisted Buu's matter manipulation. Partly, okay. Now, this is one of the main arguments to say that, oh, yeah, they can resist being transmutated, or they can resist reality warping abilities because of Vegeta being strong enough to be having a consciousness and still retain his power. Here's the thing, smart guy. while it is true Vegeta was able to keep his power and still have his consciousness intact, despite being turned into chocolate, the fact remains that he didn't resist being transformed. Vegeta was able to return to, or wasn't able to return to normal by himself. He wasn't. Boo just turned back to normal because he was just normal. He just pretty much annoying as a candy. So the fact that if Goku was fighting someone like Boo that can turn, you know, people into candy or transmutate in general, he will live the rest of his life as said object, dude. Especially if they just turn him into something of an inanimate object and just run away. He would be like that for the rest of his life. Like, dude. Like, come on now. Now we can move on to Dragon Ball Super. Number 4, Hits time skip. Oh man, there's so many inconsistencies about this. But I'm gonna get to the misconceptions of Hits time skip. Now, power is not better than hacks in Dragon Ball. It's not. Hacks in Dragon Ball is like one of the top 3, right? Yeah, it's definitely top 3. Hacks in Dragon Ball is definitely top 3. Now, if power was simply better than hacks in Dragon Ball, then Gohan and Krillin would have been able to resist his Golo's time freeze because Golo's power level was completely trash and fodder, and it was only his ability that couldn't fully affect fighters stronger than him. Again, it was only his ability that couldn't fully affect fighters stronger than him. It was only his ability. Only his. And people just say it always goes for everyone. It was simply only for him. This means Goku resisting his ability isn't battle compatible. Therefore, Goku cannot resist time hacks for characters like Jotaro for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or anyone related to time manipulation abilities. Plus, if you use the anime arguments, because majority of you are going to do that regardless, I doubt you can actually pay attention to context, because like, I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute, but let me just go over the fact what they really talking about of his time skip, his not able to affect being stronger than him. Now, Hit says this can't be happening. He was stopped for an even shorter amount of time. Spill the bees on Wise, stupid name. Spill the beans, Whis. He said, as you wish. Goku has not only closed the power gap that is just between the two, but he has now surpassed the previous power differential between what the fuck whatever, at least between he and Hit. Unique abilities such as this only works at maximum efficiency on those equal to or lesser than the user's own power level, or not power level, on power and level. Power and level. Meaning that this hacks here for hit alone, it will not work. It will not work against him, because like for Goku here, he's like on the godly level, dude. Goku's on a godly level. He has God Ki. What the fuck is Hit gonna do against that? He can't stop that. He just simply can't. This is in a manga. In the anime, because people like to use it a lot, and well, 99% of y'all like to use the anime. In the anime, the reason why Goku was able to straight up move and time skip was because Goku literally says that, oh, your power won't be able to it won't be able to keep up with my level anymore. Meaning that his fucking power, his overall power wasn't going to work against him, and plus it was a limit to it, dude. It has a limit to it. He can increase his time skip, and it lasts up to a certain amount of time. He can increase his time skip. The fact that he was able to increase his time skip to this level and Goku was able to straight up power through it is because there was a limit to it. There was a straight up limit to it. And Goku risen his power up with Kaioken times 10. And so that level of time skip didn't work on him. It didn't affect him, which grants him resistance. It literally grants him resistance to a time skip. But what happens later on? He had to push the time skip so much. This is what he said too, because people like to use a dub. Then now let's use the dub then. He said he pushed his time skip so much that not even Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken could keep up, thus overwhelming Goku to almost defeat. And he almost defeated Goku. Goku just gave up. He just gave up in the thing. But people, this is one of the things J.K. has used for his Dragon Ball argument. He said, "Oh, Goku was moving in stop time." Dude, do you even watch Dragon Ball, dude? Like, did you sit down and watch it, or is your brain scattered around everywhere? Like, this feat right here is impressive. It's like, yeah, it's a good resistance hacks or resistance hacks, but the fact that Goku literally at the end has been defeated by his time skip because he pushed it to a new level shows that Goku cannot negate, he cannot negate time skip. And plus, this is not even time stop, dude. It's not even time stop. It's a fucking misconception. It's people say, like, oh, it says time stop. He can stop anyone else's time and stuff like that. It's literally revealed later on in the anime by Vados that he's not actually stopping time. Like, dude. Know your context, man. Now, and that's the next thing I'm talking about. His time skip is not stopping time. Literally later in the series, Goku and Hit face each other again. This time, Vados clears up Hit's times skip's true nature. Hit explains that he said Hit's not actually stopping time. To be exact, he is skipping time. So for those idiots who said Goku can will stop in time, and therefore he can move in with Kaioken, is seeing what they want to see and not even watching their own series. They just see what they see. They just see what they see, and they pick and choose their feats as the desperate fools they are. Jakey just like, oh, since it says right, since I see it here, that's his logic. Since I see it here, that means that Goku can do this. It is, man. And people like to say, oh, is he faster than time, immeasurable speed, infinite speed? No, dude, no. Now, he's skipping forward in time by a few seconds, okay? You know, he's skipping forward in time by a few seconds. That's like, you could argue that's like a little bit faster. I mean, you could argue that, like he's able to move in stop time, but no, this is a resistance. Goku, let's say that, you know, the time leap is not going to work on him because he was simply just stronger than him. Like, yeah, it's not gonna work on them, so therefore they're resistant to it. Resisted, not immune. I'm gonna get to that. So therefore, no, this is not for speed. This is just simply a resistance. It's not even for speed, man. So let's move on to the next thing. Jiren in suspended time. Now this one right here, woo boy. They say that Jiren, you know, transcends time, right? Therefore he's immeasurable in speed, and so is Goku. Now let me just clear this up real fast, all right? Because this is like blatantly stupid. The only thing happening here was the fact that Jiren resisted the time cage and didn't even have enough power to hold him because he was just too strong. Yes, Hit literally says that he doesn't have enough power to keep holding him. Doesn't. And we see Jiren is able to struggle to break free. He is struggling. Meaning that this actually is working against him. Now that statement with a whole thing battle saying like, but Jiren transcends time with his power. Now, without further context, this is an empty statement. This is an empty statement. And this only just, and plus, if he is transcendent time, this means he's resistant to time manipulation abilities. That's it. And it's not even on a godly level. It's not on an angel level. So don't fucking get too ahead of yourselves. It's literally on the fucking level for Hit. And plus, this is only Hit just building up the time skip. This is Hit building up the time skip, using all the time skip to make the cage of time. So it's not even fucking universal or any level of time manipulation stuff. It's like, bro, stop that, right? Dude. Now in the manga, he resisted time skip, but he wasn't completely immune to it. Hit is weaker than Jiren, but Hit can still use his hacks against him to slow him down. Meaning that yes, he was able to slow him down in the manga. He's not transcending in time in the fucking manga, of course. And the reason he overcame it is because he simply sped up. He just sped up. That's all. He just speeded up. That's all Jiren did. He just speeded up. He just slowed him down. But Jiren, when he was holding back, he's like, okay, let me just get faster then. Bam. One shot at him. No, it's always immeasurable speeds. No, he's just slowing him down. Right? Time is being warped for Jiren. Time has been warped for him. So basically, yeah, if you're warping time, it can affect Dragon Ball characters like Jiren. The reason why it didn't, he overcame it. He just overcame it. He didn't like negate it or anything like that. He overcame it. Therefore, he just sped up. That's how he did. He just sped up, and that actually makes sense. Like, come on now. So, no, being stronger does not mean power, no. But being stronger grants you resistance, not immunity. Just resistance to the ability. That's all what has been shown. Being stronger means you can resist hacks. You can resist it. Not to know the same degree. Okay, just a little resistance, right? It gives you just a little resistance to it. Not completely, just a little resistance. Now, anyone who will say anything otherwise, it's a no limits fallacy, and y'all could just exit stage left. So, next thing, Saiyans can breathe in space. No. Sorry to burst your bubble, man, but there's been multiple statements saying they can't even survive in the vacuum of space. Now, when they say they can't survive in the vacuum of space, back in Dragon Ball Z, Frieza said like, oh, the plane would just blow up soon. Where will you go? You can't survive in space. You will just die. Literally, and back in Z again, he said, this plane will start to collapse. There's only probably 2 minutes left before it explodes. One question remains. Will I be the one to phase you off, or will the explosion do it for me? Or will you survive both and only to suffocate in the vacuum of space? Meaning that, yes, Goku cannot survive in space because he'll suffocate. Yeah, he'll suffocate. He will suffocate because there's no oxygen out there, meaning that he cannot breathe in space. Come on now. This is back in Dragon Ball Z. And even in Super, they even bring this back up. Because Vegeta say, wait, Kakarot, that's outer space. Saiyans cannot survive in the vacuum of space. And Goku said, oh, right. Meaning he knows. Goku knows. And for people to say, well, Goku was fighting bears. He was fighting bears in space, right? No, it says in the manga that the Earth's stratosphere. Yeah, he was fighting in the Earth's stratosphere. So yeah, there's oxygen up there, dude. Like, come on now. He's fighting in the stratosphere. Another thing, Goku, Vegeta said again, we're completely powerless in outer space. Like, yeah, he can't do anything in space, man. We're doing in space. There is another statement. I'm not gonna try. I'm going to try to find it. When I do edit this video, there's another statement saying that Goku and Vegeta are in the Earth's not in the Earth's, but in a planet's atmosphere. The same statement where Vegeta said, hey, that's outer space, Saiyans can't survive in out. They can't survive in space. Get the fuck over it. They can't breathe. I don't even know how they can just destroy planets. Like, yes, I could admit they could survive planetary destruction, but how the fuck are they going to survive in space if they could just destroy the planet, dude? Like, then if anything, they'll just suffocate to death. And another thing, in the anime, Goku states, I gotta move, I need air. Meaning Goku needs to breathe, right? Otherwise, he'll just, like, think about it. If Goku can breathe in space, right? That means he doesn't need to breathe air at all, dude. Like, come on. Oh my god, man. It's just, you know, Dragon Ball fans are just fucking irritating at this point. Now, another thing. About the universe being, that's gonna be all. That's it. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. That's the video, guys. This is all the misconceptions. Please don't believe any fucking bullshit Dragon Ball fan what they're saying about this stuff, okay? This video is proof that they don't know what they're talking about. This is all I collected so far. There's more things I have to talk about because people like to bring up. You know, the whole thing about Goku and Son Wukong is one of the same, which completely, I could just debunk this real quick because fucking Toriyama himself said that they are not even the same character, so people can just shut the fuck up about that. Anyway, there's more things to it. In Dragon Ball, there are a lot of misconceptions and a lot of wank, but just know, I will be looking between the context. So, anybody who brings up any stupid feet to me, you better give me context before I debunk you badly. Anyway, that's gonna be the video, guys. Jesus, it's fucking dark, man. It's like, it's about to rain. That's probably why. Anyway, that's gonna be the video, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a nice goddamn day. Peace.